Good morning and welcome to the 445 Productive Through Joy show with your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher, early in the morning. The show airs each weekday morning at 4:45 a.m. here on YouTube's Michael Datcher channel and then at 4:45 p.m. on Facebook Live. Today we're talking about resilience and productivity. Um, what is the connection behind that particular concept of resilience, and how does one nurture, develop resilience in one's uh, own personality and one's own skill set. All right, so get ready for an interesting show. For Let me say, if you are new to the show, please become a subscriber. Hit the subscribe button right now. You can also go to productivethroughjoy.com. See about us. We speak to groups, schools, and organizations about being productive through joy. We have a very, very powerful program. It's a narrative-based program where people are exploring their past and present narratives, and then really looking at what story they want to seek about and tell about themselves. Really, really powerful, innovative program, and then how that impinges upon and encourages and impacts their level of productivity. All right. I should also say a few words about myself. Again, for those of you who are new, again, this is your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher. I am the author of the New York Times bestseller, Raising Fences, which was a Today Show Book of the Month. That book's film rights were optioned by the actor Will Smith, whose people called My People, and I eventually agreed to write the screenplay for that particular project. I'm also the author of the acclaimed historical novel Americus, which is set 13 miles from Ferguson, where Michael Brown was murdered, and the conflagration which ensued there. That book interrogates the intersection between race and violence in America, especially the American family, both in the macro and the micro sense. Um, I am also I'm on my current book tour for that particular project. I've been everywhere, man. I'll be coming to Atlanta from November the 9th through the 11th. If you are in that part of the country, come see me. I'll be at the American Studies Association doing a big panel on June Jordan, and also at the National Women's Association, also doing a big panel, ironically, on June Jordan. That's part of my new book, my academic book. And then I'll be reading from Americus at the First African Church, which is a Kemetic church in the Atlanta area, on the Sunday the 11th. So if you're around, come see me, or meet me at the lobby bar at the West in downtown. Um, let's see. I'm also the board president of the World Stage, which is a literary and jazz venue here in Los Angeles. It's a 501c3 nonprofit based here in the Crenshaw district. We have 7 days of amazing programming centered around jazz and literature. Really powerful. You can also go to theworldstage.org to learn more about that organization. And what else? Oh, I should also say that my educational background is UC Berkeley as an undergraduate. My master's is from UCLA, and my PhD is in English literature from the University of California at Riverside. I am currently a professor of English lit at LMU here in Los Angeles. I am an expert at being productive, right? I don't say that to brag, boast, but people are oftentimes surprised at my level of productivity given how crazy my own personal narrative is. I am the product of a young girl who was raped at 16, gave birth to me at 17, and subsequently gave me up for adoption to a single divorcee who was amazing, yet at the time no biological father, no adopted father. Listen, difficult times for the young MD. And as Kool Moe famously said, how you like me now, right? If I can be this productive through joy, I know many of us can be as productive, which in many ways inspires our show, inspires this business for sure. We love to help people help themselves, folks who've, especially those who've gone through a little something something. So thanks for being here. Again, go to productivethroughjoy.com. Have me come out, speak to your group, school, or organization. Certainly hit the subscribe button right now. Let's dive into today's topic. All right. Today we're talking, guys, about the idea of resilience. So point one is that you want to know that you can actually develop a sense of resilience. Some people think that resilience is a native born thing, meaning you just either you're born with resilience or you're not. And maybe a part of that is true. I mean, maybe there is something, an aspect of resilience that is native born that it comes preloaded. And maybe certain individuals get more of that particular element than other people at birth. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but probably primarily kind of given the social nature of resilience, because resilience is about, you go through things and you have to keep pushing. So I'm sure there is a quality that can be learned, that can be nurtured. And so once you have an understanding of that, that means that you can build or develop your resilience. Okay, well, I guess the natural underlying question would be, well, why do you build resilience? Well, a part of it is it's your mindset going into the particular challenge, your mindset going into the particular thing that you are confronting, right? Which is a way of saying, when you know that problems, situations, challenges are essentially a way to help you build your skill set, your endurance, your resilience, your courage. It gives you a different attitude about what you're facing, right? It allows the going into the actual event itself to be one that is seeking to help you, even though that isn't always what appears to be on the surface. Your first thought probably is not, "Oh my God, look at this crazy thing that has just happened to me. Great, I get a chance to build some resilience." That's probably not what you're thinking. But when that's after that initial blow of recognition that, whoa, I'm in this now, when you begin to frame it, which is true, because if you think about your life, certainly this is true for me, but probably for many other people as well. When you think about your life, it is those times that have been the most challenging that probably have brought out the best in you. And once you have a good sense of that, you can engage the current confrontation, crisis situation with a similar mindset, knowing that you're going to emerge out of the situation with an advanced level of skill set, emergent all around you and up in you. All right, so that's the mindset, which is part two. You begin to become more resilient as a process by first framing the encounter, framing the situation as a chance to develop your skill set, which goes right into point three. As you begin to go through different types of encounters, and you have this mindset of, I'm just going to see what spirit is coming to teach me here. I'm going to grow. I'm going to develop. I'm going to emerge on the other side as someone better, more able to deal with issues, problems, challenges, and I'm just going to be better as a result. Then you're able to have a much greater level of productivity because your skill set has enhanced, it's grown so much, and before you know it, boom, you are doing it majorly big. All right, boom, there goes the dynamite. That's all for today's show. Again, we air each weekday morning, hella early AF at 4:45 a.m. On YouTube's Michael Datcher channel. Go to productivethroughjoy.com. Hear about us, see about us. We speak to groups, schools, and organizations. We are not playing. We have a very, very powerful program, a series of powerful services and workshops, and also executive coaching, all rooted in some way to narrative, the power of story, of examining what our own story has been, and ultimately what we want to tell about ourselves in terms of how we spend our time, our life on this planet. We also have a very powerful executive coaching program as well. So go there, become a subscriber now. Thanks for being here, guys. We love and respect you. We'll see you this afternoon. At 4:45 p.m. Again, if you are in the Atlanta region, I'm coming next week actually. So I'll be in town next week, coming to see you. Thanks for being here, and we will see you in Atlanta. We're at the Western, which is where the major conference is, the ASA. Come out, meet me at the lobby bar. Let's have a drink, talk about being productive through joy. All right, I'll see you soon. Deuces.